most of these guys grew up to listening to me and other artists, but I also listen to them and I'm inspired by them. This platform is obviously built for the MCs of drum and bass.
It's not just MCs and bars either. We want to extend to the singers as well, because there's a wealth of that in drum and bass. So on the 1st of April, people get down there.
Right.
Fabric, get your tickets early.
There's not enough spaces for artists to go and like practice their craft.
This is something new, man. That's why it's exciting. That's why there's a buzz. Do you know
Next Mic Masters catch Oasis, Spandau Ballet.
And there's no guest list, Don't be phoning man up for the guest list.
SaSaSaS show. Best of the best of the best with the very fresh flow.
Yo, what's happening, people? We are back again. The SaSaS, Shabadini, Fantasy, Harry Shot are in the place. Want to big up all the subscribers. Want to big up everyone who listens on the podcast app, everyone who listens on Spotify, everyone who logs into the YouTube. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe as well, man. We need you all hitting the buttons, hitting the likes, hitting the comments. Let's get it moving, man. We are back again for another episode, man. And when we put out the idea that we wanted to let you give us some subjects to talk about, one thing they was talking about was definitely who do we think are the fresh new artists coming through in drum and bass? Who are we feeling? You know, who's going to be the next people setting waves and setting pace in the industry, man? So,
Who's on the flyer? Shabba X-Man.
So what he's talking about is the Mic Masters event on the 1st of April.
At Fabric.
Yes,
at Fabric.
Which we're very excited about, man. We want to thank all you lot for your response, because we put the event out there because we believe there's a lack of a platform and a space for MCs to come and perform, whether you're performing tunes or whether you just want to showcase new materials or whether you want to pick your DJ to sort of suit the style that you particularly put across on the mic, because we all know
put with someone.
Man. That's what you hit on there is, you know, because most of the time nowadays you get a booking and you know, unless your agent pairs you up with someone that you know you're going to be with, or for instance when we do the group bookings, we know what we're going to be dealing with. You might just be playing at a rave and not know who you're MCing for, and you might not particularly fit your sort of MC style with that music, and you just got to just do the job. That's being professional, but this platform is obviously built for the MCs of drum and bass
and
the rave scene or whatever, and the artist, and it gives them, like Shota said, a platform to perform with a DJ that's gonna actually play for you as well, which is a big thing, because
so
you might have your beats, but it might just be playing your style of music to you for you to perform better. Do you know what I mean?
You're just taking total control of that 20 minutes, half hour to put yourself in the best light you can as an MC or a vocalist.
That's important. What you said is the sets are like the sets are being treated like live shows, like 20 minutes, half hour, 40 minutes. They're not going to be.
So even if you're doing a set, it's not like an hour long set. You're going to get up there, do 20, 25 minutes. You know what I mean?
It's almost like a live PA, a modern way of presenting live PAs within drum and bass.
Yeah, man. And if you haven't got a lot of tunes, if you only got one tune, you can still step up with your selector, play the styles you want, and then play your one tune at the end and bounce. You know what I mean? We're not saying you have to come and PA all your music. We'd love you to do that, because that's something we're particularly passionate about, and you know, that's we want to support people making vocal-led drum and bass music, but we know some MCs haven't quite got to that stage yet. So it's not like, oh, you can't come if you ain't got tunes. You know what I mean? Come and just represent what you're about at Mic Masters. Man.
So there's some people there that you guys, when we were talking about this in the car and that, there was some people you mentioned like Ouija, basically Ouija, J Wills, and you know, we obviously know about Endo, Westman, Swifter, and Tiny K and that, but you know, you guys were particularly fond of like, you know, Ouija and that, and I did actually see are they making music? Are they
they're making tunes. Mostly everyone on there is kind of doing vocal-led drum and bass, and I just believe that it's important for this platform. One thing I want to state is when we put this out, it was such a good feedback from a lot of artists that weren't even on it as well. Just not even on the event. They just say, listen, this is great. Like Shot said, it's more the fact of not who's on the lineup, but just the fact of the concept, and you know, especially with me and Skibbs as well, R.I.P. Skibbs, when we started MC Convention, it was a similar thing 20 years ago. It was a more thing like there weren't a platform for the MCs, it was kind of getting pushed to the back a little bit. Fair play to the DJs and the producers and all that, but obviously this is a UK thing, and it's built up on MCs as well. Like whether it would be a host back in the day or whatever, now it's progressed to making vocal D&B or whatever. So I think the platform and hitting that right on the head with what we've done at the moment. We kind of are the leaders in the market of that, because obviously like we got a relationship with all MCs and artists and things like that, but there seemed to be no home for it, man.
Well,
And it was just like, you know what I mean?
It's kind of an extension of what we've been doing with the SaSaS set, where we've been bringing like MCs
Past, present, future,
from
yeah.
the past, present, and future.
Yeah.
We're bringing MCs
Spotting
onto the
talent
set.
and these guys here as well. Like, I think the concept's so great because I hit on it quick, because you know you got this main lineup in the main arena of doing live PAs and showcases. You got your Wisers, your Blacks, your Dreps, your Top Cat, your Devilman, your Inja, Azza and Grima, Me Shots, X-Man, Evil. We've all got tunes or whatever. So that's the main thing. And then you got the stars of the future, the Ouija's, the J's, Wills, the Swifters, Endo, Westman, Inner, Loader B, Tiny K, Kinetic, Tans, Gizla, Dazman, all these guys here that's on the flyer, these future guys, that gives them something to look up. I want to be in that main arena. I want to make tunes. So it's kind of a round thing. And then where you got the grime originals, where even man like me, like these guys, most of these guys grew up to listening to me and other artists. Yeah. But I also listen to them and I'm inspired by them.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the full spectrum really,
Yeah,
because the grime lot grew up listening to drum and bass or jungle guys, but it's come around like a 360. So they're definitely talented in their film and their lyrical machines. All of them in that arena there, they've all got
100%.
history, and it's something to. It's just a full circle, man. Like even for us, looking down to the grime originals, and then the grime originals looking to the future MCs of D&B, the future MCs looking round to the main arena. Like I need to get on there.
Yeah.
It's such a good. It ticks all boxes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For MCs and artists.
Oh man, and when you was just going through the lineup there, I'm just going to focus on the main room for a second. The versatility in that main room of artists, from a Devilman, we know what Devilman does. Legend out here, we know Top Cat.
Yeah.
Totally different to that.
Yeah.
In the same room, you know, and then you've got someone like Blacks who comes from OGs, you know what I mean, with P Money and Little D and the man them, and now he's doing drum and bass, and now he's gonna come perform his drum and bass songs in the drum and bass arena. You've got the new age of Azza and Grima. Do you know what I mean? You've got someone like Evil who was in Garage and who has made tunes and
it's
is
the
an
full
artist.
spectrum, man.
It just shows the versatility, and I think we're gonna even extend to more versatility as it continues, because there's people like Ruth Royale, there's Little Sound, there's vocalists in D&B. There's a girl called Emily Mackis, I think her name is, works with K Motions.
Amazing,
Do you know what I'm saying? There's lots of great vocalists as well. Solar I saw the other day.
Yeah.
So who works on Hospital. Might not be saying her name right, but she's incredible. So it's not just MCs and bars either. We want to extend to the singers as well, because there's a wealth of that in drum and bass, and there's such range in that as well now.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some amazing voices, because vocal drum and bass, people always just think of it, you know, just MCs rolling out, but it is singers as well. It is proper song.
Music. That's
And
what it
music,
is.
man.
I think what we want to do is smash the stigma of somebody just getting the mic and going blah, 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 for the whole time.
Yeah.
That there is, you know, look, a party can't really pop off without having a good MC or a good host. You know, like we want to basically get people like IC3 and everything, them guys coming through as well. You know, I know he's done a tune with K Motions. He's not, you know, he doesn't.
But
do
he
a song
could come
like
and do
you
that tune, and he's a great host. And this is what it's about. Like it covers all spectrums. You don't have
celebrating the
to
whole
be that
thing.
guy that's spraying. Like it's an MC led rave, or an artist led rave. So you don't just come on the
that's
one
important.
bracket.
That's important.
You know what I mean?
That's important. What you say is, I don't want it to be looked at as an MC rave. I think it needs to be looked at as an artist rave.
Slash MC / artist.
Because to me,
musicians. Do you get what I mean? Like
I get you, man. Because to me, it's not bar masters. It's mic masters.
Yeah.
It's not someone who's got 1,000 bars. It can be. You're welcome as well. Don't get it twisted. But if you're a singer and you rep, you're welcome.
Yeah.
If you're a poet, if you're more of a host, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever your angle is, as long as you're sick and you're representing to the fullest and you've got something to show and give, you're welcome, man. That's what it is. This is like an inclusive space
and we want to be
all
known,
vocalists. Not just lyricists. You know, hosts as well. People who might ragga MCs. You know what I mean? The whole spectrum.
And different elements on our music. And the one thing as well, like you might go there as a raver and discover music that, you know, your favorite DJ's not playing on the radio. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you might hear a dub plate and it might bust up the place, and then that tune might be the biggest tune or whatever coming through a platform like this where there ain't none. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. There's no platforms like this at the moment. That's why it's got such a good feedback. Big up all the ravers that supported it.
That's
Do you
one
know
of
what I
the
mean?
things that I noticed. the feedback, like when I read like all of the comments, because we do read all of the comments. When we read all the comments, like the amount of like, oh my God, this is needed. And again, I just think it's something fresh. It's a fresh approach to bringing something else to drum and bass. And as I say, we've tried to, we did do this in the sets, in the sort of 1 hour sets, but it's very difficult, as we've discussed before, for say Wiser to come on our set and within a 5-10 minute really showcase what she can do. But now she has a platform where she's got 20 minutes, half hour.
Something for them to work on even harder and learn your craft properly as well. And know that going in the studio all them hours or spending all them hours writing the lyrics, it's actually going to be worth it because there's a platform for it. And this is what it's about. And it's about taking it around the country and around the world and spreading this message, what we've done. And there's not a better time for it, in my opinion.
No better time. And it's such a good opportunity for, like you said, like the young MCs who are going studio. We know they're making tunes from Ouija, Wiser. I could list off bare names, you know what I mean? But before, they couldn't really perform their tunes. There's nowhere to perform the song. No. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, you can get that buzz of going to the studio. And not only, because they all get buzzed on release day, release day. Yeah. And they can do a video, do you know what I mean? It pops off. But now they can get the ultimate buzz of performing that song you crafted in the studio and put your heart and soul in to a live audience. And there's nothing better than that response to your own music.
Yeah. And that will only make each of those artists better because, you know, this is a real problem that I think we have definitely here in the UK with the club scene kind of dwindling a little bit in terms of like clubs closing because of the pandemic and everything like that. You know, I just done a thing. There's the NTIA, big up Mike and all of the team there that are doing all that hard work in the background. But they're doing something at the moment. They're presenting something to the government about, you know, they need more government support to help get creative spaces. And they asked a load of artists and people, and they asked me and for my thought process. And one of the things I did say was that I find at the moment you're getting artists, there's not enough spaces for artists to go and like practice their craft. You know, we all had the opportunity to go somewhere.
Pirate radio was the greatest.
Well, no,
do you know what I mean?
The thing is, radio's cool, but you ain't got an audience in front of you. You can have someone texting you, go, wicked, we're
it's good.
No. When you're in front of that crowd, if the crowd are standing there just looking at you, then you're doing something wrong.
It might be like that
if they're going mad
for a little while,
But the thing is there's a lack of space and creative space. I'm not just talking about nightclubs, because one of the things I said in it is this isn't about giving money to a club so that they can open. This is about creating new spaces. If you go to Leeds and Manchester, they actually give nightlife, whether it's in the daytime or the nighttime, they actually give them warehouse spaces, like where they can go and you know, look at the Mint warehouse in Leeds and that, you know, or that whole area, that industrial area. They've just said, right, put a nightlife on here. It's a little bit out of town.
It's important,
but
man.
we don't have that in London. We've got obviously Printworks, which is going, and we've got there's a new space. I can't remember the name of it now that's popped up, but there's like one in what? How big is London? We need more of that, and we need it around the whole country. Do you
Fresh
know what I mean?
ideas to help grow the scene. That's what it's about.
And it's not just about the drum and bass scene. It's about the music industry in general.
Whether it's a band
or a band,
there's
there's nothing. Nowhere for them to go.
There used to be so many live showcases, didn't there? In places like Camden and that, they'd have like live bands all night, and A&Rs would go down there and watch the bands rather than be on TikTok. They go and actually see if these guys can perform live. Have they got a little audience there? Have they got a little fan base? Do you know?
Next Mike Masters catch Oasis, Spandau Ballet.
Are we doing an old school one then?
That's proper old school.
Do you know what? That's actually a good idea. You could do an old school one, don't you know? And but I think what's been done with this one, you know, pulling like Top Cat from back in the day, he's got an absolute catalogue of music.
It's versatile. Like Shot said, you've ticked every box, and whether you're just an MC that's getting into the game, or whether you're a guy that's been in the studio for 5 years recording your music, or just a raver that wants to listen to some fresh beats, and you might go in there that night and trust me, you want it to flow nice, but it's more just about the fresh and building a brand new fresh platform for so many, like reaching out to so many different genres and, you know what I mean, different styles of music and different styles of vocalists, and that's what it's about. Like, so it's all about new and coming fresh, man. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? And it's like, you know, we've done so many festivals, we've done so many bookings. I'm excited about this night because it is something different. It is like, it's not as much as we love what we do every day, every weekend, but like, this is something new, man. That's why it's exciting. That's why there's a buzz. Well, it's new. new. It's groundbreaking.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, just from the launch, there's already been people from various parts of the country. Like,
Oh, yeah, I know that for a fact.
Wanting to do something, which is great. So, you know, this. I think this is like got, you know, real good.
Tapped into a market that's just there, man.
Yeah.
It's just there.
That wasn't
it's
really
been
being catered
ignored.
for to
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
extent. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Totally been ignored.
on the 1st of April,
Yeah.
people get down there.
That's right.
Fabric, get your tickets early.
Yeah.
Early birds sold out already. The reactions
pretty
mad.
much going to go mad, man. So you need to get them tickets ASAP.
And there's no guest
Early.
list, yeah? Don't be phoning man up for the guest list.
You know them ones.
The producer's just looking at us. You're okay. We'll sort it out, yeah? But listen, do you know what? Let's just quickly go back to some of the artists. Like, you know, is there any other sort of artists? I mean, don't forget.
we mentioned
there's
so
artists-
many,
there's
man.
artists
There's
that we
like-
haven't even mentioned, like Slay, who isn't on this show, but we absolutely love Slay.
Yeah,
He's got such a great energy.
There's so
great
many,
performer.
man. There's Harry Bow. There's loads
Carousel.
out there. There's so many, man. We'll be here all day, man.
Yeah.
I think you know, as the show goes on, we'll do a little Mike Master special every now and again, where maybe we're focused on
Yeah.
certain MCs and certain vocalists that we
Yeah.
think deserve a bit more of a chat about what
Yeah.
they're doing and things like that. But I think today, we've covered it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Just get
unity
down
is
there.
most important. We're bringing people together, and this sort of thing here is like the gel in between, especially us MCs, because there's always that, you know, that we're in friendly competition and this and that. But this is almost unity, man, bringing everyone together under one roof, and this is what we do, and this is what we're putting on for
And
them. Do you know
also,
what I
I
mean?
want to say, with this, what you touched on it earlier, the artists that of the vocalists and the rappers and the MCs have been asked to get their own DJ selectors.
Yes.
To come and like play the music they
Perform,
want.
yeah.
So you know, you'll be surprised about some of the artists they bring in, and also as well, there's some really great fresh talent that's there that, you know, like that are going to be there on the night. So it's going to be exciting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
man.
It's a breakthrough. It's a door. You know, this is a door, and this is a platform for artists to want to be on, man. Do you know what I mean? And then, like, you know, as we do more and up and down, obviously the lineups will be more changed and whatever, and we'll try and, like you said, use a lot more artists and work with a lot more artists and give them that platform and that door. Like I said, you might see some top name DJs turn up with a neck. You know what I mean? If a man comes with a top name DJ,
I
do that. We're not saying that that's ruled out, but we're
of course
saying
not.
it's more.
I do know we've got a very
artist-led.
special guest coming.
Yeah.
I won't say nothing, but I do know of a very,
See what
very
I'm saying?
special guest that will be
Okay.
there. I told you, but
Look
you're not
forward to
allowed.
that.
So yeah, man, I've been like, this is a nice quick short one.
Yeah, man. Little
You know.
20-minute one, you know what I mean? But yeah, you lot get down to Mike Masters, April 1st, Fabric, get your tickets.
All day
Remember, like, subscribe, SaSaS, signing out. Peace.
Peace.
SaSaSaS, beats and bars, fresh. Done know we're heavy, the best of the best of the best. So awesome if they're ready. Yes. SaSaSaS, beats and bars, fresh. Done know we're heavy, the best of the best of the best. So awesome if they're ready. Yes.